All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Just want to make sure everyone can hear me. Just making sure everyone can hear me. There's seemed to be a sound issue there for a second. Don't want to start before I make sure the sound works. I got a couple people in the room joining. If you can hear me, all right, perfect. Wonderful. I've got enough yeses there. All right, so we are ready to go with Breaker Club number 3. This is the third night, I believe my count is correct, of Breaker Club number 3. And as usual, we've got 2 boxes to open. And also, as usual, I'm going to try to mix it up between boxes that are more base card type set collector focused and boxes that may be a little bit more hit focused. So for tonight, we will be ripping our box of 1998 Pacific Online. Lots of cards in this one. 24 packs, 9 cards per pack, so plenty of cards there. And then we will also, and I'm excited for this one as well, box of 2021 Diamond Kings. I have not ripped a single pack of this year, but Diamond Kings in general is a really fun rip. So I'm certainly looking forward to this one. And we have our box of O-Pee-Chee Premier, the 92 O-Pee-Chee Premier that are serving as our bonus packs. We will be ripping the entire box before all is said and done with the Breakers Club. So let's pull out another 6 packs from there because I think that's what I've been doing so far. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that's what we're gonna rip tonight. Let me just put this O-Pee-Chee box away. All right, make some space. We've got plenty of good stuff tonight, so I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm in a softball league now, so sometimes I have softball on Tuesdays. So yeah, that's why we're breaking on Wednesday. So I'm glad some of you were able to join me at least, and hopefully those that Wednesdays are not so good for, you'll be able to watch on replay. And getting pretty good number of people watching on replay as well, so that's nice. But certainly those in the room, definitely appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. Looking forward to a good time. Yeah, so let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right in. As always, we'll start with a bonus pack. So we've got, like I said, 6 packs of the O-Pee-Chee Premier. These are pretty nice cards for, I think, for the era, 1992. I never saw these as a kid, so I was about 92, so I was about 10 years old. I guess 9 probably. It probably came out in the summer, so I was 9. I turned 10 in November. So I never saw these, but I think had I actually seen this set in 92, I would have been gobsmacked because they're just so bright and colorful. And as a kid, and frankly, even to today, I love the large team logos. I'm a terrible artist, but when I was a kid, I used to try to draw the team logos all the time. Embarrassing bad at them I was and still am, but that any set that had large logos I liked. I really like the 92 top set too because it had the stadiums in color on the back. Kind of small, but they were nice. So all right, let's jump right in. So we begin with an Astro, Luis Gonzalez, very young there. John Wetland for the Expos. And you can see the cards are a mix of, action, fairly basic action photos, and then you've got some static photos like this one, Mark Leiter for the Tigers. But we've got, I don't know who that is in the background, but he's rocking what appears to be a pretty sweet mullet, whoever that guy is. Ray Langford, Cardinals. There's a Roger Clemens. I feel like I've seen Topps use that maybe same picture on a Stadium Club or something. I feel like I've seen that exact shot used by Topps somewhere along the way, but very nice for the Red Sox. Hubie Brooks, Angels. Brian Hickerson for the Giants. I never heard of him. And another Tiger, Danny Gladden. So nice little dugout shot there. So the set's nice and varied. You got some action shots, you got some headshots, you got some just sort of pose shots. Let me get caught up with the chat here. We've got a nice group going. Let's see. Michael Price says that he shares a birthday with Luis Gonzalez. I didn't look to see when the birthday was, Michael, but I wonder if O-Pee-Chee lists birthdays. Let's see here. September 3rd. September 3rd, it says. All right, next pack, Pete Shurik for the Mets. Shane, good evening. As well, Paul Molitor. There's a nice brewer right there, Paul Molitor. We've got a checklist, no team listed there, so that'll just be randomized at the end. I use those basically as packing material. Brian Barnes, Expos. Another Expo, Denny Martinez with a cheek full of chew, I believe. Brett Butler, Dodgers. Cecil Fielder, Tigers. And there's a very sweet, speaking of mullets, there's a sweet Randy Johnson for the Mariners. I like that card. You've gotten checklists signed before. Do you try to get someone to sign the checklist that's on the given checklist, or is it just like anybody can sign this? I'm curious. Next pack, another Expo, Chris Nabholz. There's Denny Martinez again for the Expos. Robin Ventura, White Sox. The first red we've seen in a while, Tim Belcher. We've got a Tiger, Mark Carrion. There's the palm trees in the background for Tiger cards. Sandy Alomar, Indians. Greg Jeffries, Royals. And Junior Noboa for the Mets. Anyone on the checklist? That's a kind of a cool idea. I've often wondered if, so I'm no surprise to those I've watched for a long time, but I'm a Barry Larkin collector. That's the guy that I have as a personal collection. I've often wondered if other people that do personal collections consider checklists that list their player as like a card to collect. I don't, but I'm curious if maybe others do. Danny Tartabull, Yankees. Scott Lewis, Twins. There's a nice Roberto Alomar for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are moving up to Buffalo to start playing their games, and Buffalo would be the closest stadium. I'll say Major League Stadium because there'll be Major League teams playing to me. So I'm actually would like to try to get up to Buffalo to watch a game this summer. That'd be cool. Jose Canseco, Athletics. Julio Franco, Rangers. Kelly Gruber, Blue Jays. There's a sweet Ken Griffey Jr. for the Mariners. Getting a lot of stars today. And Danny Tartabull for the Yankees. Mark Carrion was wearing the glove on the wrong hand. I am impressed that you could even catch that in the time. Where's his card? Yeah, that definitely looks like a glove that does not fit the man. Not even like over his wrist. Clearly a posed. Bats right, throws left. Well, I don't know. Throws left, it says. Hello, David. Good evening. Yeah, I started about 10 minutes earlier than normal today. Wanted to make sure we had time to get everything in. Bill Landrum, Expos. Wayne Rosenthal, Rangers. Greg Olson, Orioles. Pete Incaviglia, Astros. There's a Benny Santiago. I guess he was going by Benny at that point instead of Benito. There we go. Cal Ripken for the Orioles. He looks the same age in 92 as he will in, I don't know, 2002. Just never changed his age. Kurt McCaskill, the White Sox. And BIP sighting. Those of you that have been part of the baseball card blogging community for about 5 or 6 years will fondly, or maybe not so fondly, remember Biff Roberts for the bipping phase that went through the blogs for a while there. And finally, last bonus pack for today, Sammy Sosa, Cubs. Mel Rojas, Expos. Dave Martinez, Reds. Rod Beck, Giants. There's Griffey again. 2 Griffies tonight. Danny Tartabull, Yankees. Marquise Grissom, Expos. And Hojo, Howard Johnson for the Mets. Are there still Howard Johnson motels? Is that still a thing? I don't know. All right, so we've got, like I said, those were the bonus packs. Now we've got our 2 boxes for tonight. I'm going to start with the box of Pacific because I like to start with the one that is going to have me reading the most names, which is definitely going to be Pacific Online. I'm trying to get this plastic wrap off. Doesn't want to even come off here. All right, so Pacific Online. This is the second box of the set I've opened as part of a Breakers Club. The set is huge, as you'll see. 750 different players in the set. So it's a very large set, and people that were part of the Breakers Club last time, actually this was a requested box to rip again, in part because the set is so huge. So get a big chunk of styrofoam. There's your empty box. Let me get that out of the way. And here are all of our packs. Just make two big piles of them, I guess. So this is a set that was brought back for Breaker Club 3 by request. And I was able to find another box of this that went for, not a terrible price, although no prices on cards are good right now. But hopefully for those that were looking forward to it, we pull some different cards, different players. And last time, like I said, with 750, it's a lot of players. It's a lot of cards in this set. And I also learned last time that you get one gold parallel per pack. So I will try to set those aside. Probably won't sleeve them individually because I don't really have that many sleeves right now. But you do get one gold parallel per pack. So not only are there 750 cards to collect of your player or of your team, or for the set, I guess, but then you also have the gold set on top of that. So there's a lot of stuff to collect here if you're trying to get it all. So with that said, we're going to go right through this one. We start with Johnny Damon for the Royals. We've got our Paul Konerko Dodgers, John Johnston Giants, and you will also see, if you've not opened a pack of this, this is kind of, I don't know, very similar to Topps Total. You're going to get a lot of players, sort of minor players for your team, which is cool. We don't want every box to be full of that. You definitely want boxes with the stars, but I think having a box where, some of the relievers and others get a chance to shine is a nice thing. So John Lieber for the Pirates. I love the large team logos, as I've mentioned many times. Jeff Nelson, Yankees. Chan-Ho Park, Dodgers. Luis Gonzalez as a Tiger this time. And Ray Durham, White Sox. And a Diamondback, Kelly Stinnett. So that's what your cards look like. I didn't show the backs. That's what the back looks like. It's a little bit silly, but they love advertising the web pages because back in '98, web pages were a big deal. I don't think either of those well, the Diamondbacks, I think that's not even their website anymore, but I don't think in general either website works for most of the cards anymore, but it was a big deal at the time. Jeff Nelson was one of Jordan's favorite obscure Yankees. I didn't know there were obscure Yankees from the 90s. I feel like the Yankees were, well, I guess it was more the early 2000s. Darren Dreifert, Dodgers. David Pearson, I will be in Cooperstown in July. Any good card stores in the area? David, I've been to Cooperstown 2 or 3 times, and my recollection of the town is that there are places to buy cards all over the place. If I had to wager a guess, I would say this is not going to be the best year to buy cards. But there were a number of stores. When I was there last, I didn't find any good deals on cards. I'll put it that way. But it was still fun to look. Bernie Williams, Yankees. It probably depends on what you're collecting, too. Roberto Hernandez for the Devil Rays. John Mabry, Cardinals. Ben Morris wants me to pull him the BIP. I'll try, Ben. I'll try. With 750 cards, I can't promise, but I'll try. Brad Radke, Twins. Mike Matheny as a Brewer. Rafael Medina, Marlins. Damian Jackson, Reds. And, whoa, escaping from me is Mark Del Sandro. Dale Sandro? I don't know. Never heard of him. Blue Jays. Again, there's your back. He was in the Cubs organization and then joined the Blue Jays, it says. So there you go. Next pack. David, for what it's worth, there was a little hot dog shop that I ate at last time I was in Cooperstown that was really good. You had to walk down a stairwell, but I would recommend it. All right, our gold parallel in this pack is Marquise Grissom of the Brewers. And there we go. Padres, Tony Gwynn, one of the stars of the set right there. Late 90s Tony Gwynn is good as it gets. Carlos Hernandez, Padres. Mike Moeller, Athletics. Not someone I recognize. Yugi Urbina. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced his name. I don't think I ever knew how to pronounce his name, but he was a player I remember. Shane Reynolds for the Astros. Jeff Branson, Indians. Darren Lewis, Red Sox, and Garrett Anderson for the Angels. And the Angels were actually claimed this time. I feel like I've been stuck with the Angels the last couple of group breaks, but the Angels were claimed by Jason this time around. I can't believe the Angels go unclaimed when there's modern product. All right, so this is why we open everything on video. This pack, if I hold it in the light, you can clearly see right across the middle there, that Jack Howell for the Astros has a huge crease in it. That was not my doing. Let's hope that doesn't go through all the cards, but yeah, it looks like it must have got rolled when it was being inserted. You can see that. It's also in the back. You can see the crease pretty well there if I catch it in the light just right. So the Astros, who has the Astros this time? Oh, it doesn't even matter. Nobody claimed the Astros, so no harm. I have the Astros. All right, moving on. Fred McGriff, Devil Rays. He at least seems to be fine. Jose Cruz Jr., Toronto. Mike Lieberthal, Phillies. John Olerud, Mets. Glendon Rush, Royals. Jason Bates. There are some horizontal cards in here, which is kind of weird when you stack them up because the online is here and they look right, but if you put this in a binder, those two cards say side by side would look really weird, I think. Another horizontal, Mike Mieski for the Cubs. And another horizontal, Brent Breedy, Diamondbacks. Never heard of him. Yeah, it's a one-of-one, David says. It's a one-of-one that nobody wants. It's a gold parallel one-of-one, no less. Yeah, Cooperstown is awesome. If you've never had a chance to go. Oh, we had another crease card. That one is also creased right across the middle. I don't know what's going on with this. I'm not happy with this theme. You can see that in the light there. That's going to the Blue Jays. Also unclaimed. That's the only good news. Jose Canseco, Blue Jays. Randy Johnson, Mariners. Pretty nice one there. Mike Williams, Pirates. We've got a Yankee, Mariano Rivera. One of the better Yankees in the set. Well, 98 Yankees were pretty good. They were pretty stacked. Darren Hall, Dodgers. Never heard of him. Raul Casanova, Tigers. Jaime Navarro or Jamie Navarro, not sure. White Sox. And Kevin Millwood. One of the pretty decent Braves pitchers, but not one that got all the accolades like the Glavins and the Smoltzes of the era. All right, good news. I don't see a crease on this one. Hippolito Picardo for the Royals. And the Royals were claimed. That's going to Adam. Ben Grieve, Athletics. Jordan, you don't like the 98 Diamondbacks uniforms? I mean, the expansion teams, the Diamondbacks and the Rays went super heavy on the interesting colors when they were both first coming into the big leagues. Rob Nen, Giants. Tom Pagnozzi, Cardinals. Marty Cordova, Twins. Darren Jackson, Brewers. John Kangalosi, I don't know, Marlins. Eric Gunderson, Rangers. And Mike Bordick, Orioles. David, how old's your son? Jamestown's not that far. Oh, yeah, Jordan, I agree. The uniforms are definitely weird, but I don't know. In a weird way, I kind of like them. That said, if I were a Diamondback collector, I'm not sure I would have bought too many of their shirts at the time. For the Angels, Phil Nevin, gold parallel. Not creased, luckily. Mo Vaughn, Red Sox. Glenn Allen Hill, Mariners. Lou Collier, Pirates. I actually remember him. Turk Wendell. There's a name I haven't seen in a while for the Mets. Jose Mercedes, Brewers. Jesus Sanchez or Jesus Sanchez, not sure how he pronounces it, for the Marlins. Keith Folk, White Sox, and Horberto Martin, Angels. Never heard of him. Like I said, a lot of guys in here I haven't heard of. And my son just turned 3 last month, so it's not quite ready to go to a lot of baseball events or stadiums or Cooperstown. But when he gets a little older, I'll definitely try to make a trip up there with him if he ends up liking baseball. Our gold parallel is a Ranger, John Burkett. Frank Thomas for the White Sox. Very nice. Craig Biggio, Astros. Brian Hunter, Cardinals. David Wells, Yankees. Derek Bell, Astros. Paul Asemacher, Indians. Aaron Boone, Reds. And Clint Sadowski. There's another Diamondback. I do not remember Clint. I think the Diamondbacks were a team that I didn't really follow very closely until they played the Yankees in the World Series, and then I was a huge Diamondbacks fan for like a week. Another Diamondback, gold parallel, Edwin Diaz. Sandy Alomar Jr., Indians. Tony Saunders, Devil Rays. Dave Talgeter, I don't know, Athletics. Eric Milton, Twins. Tim Belcher, Royals. Rick Helling, Rangers. Mike Benjamin, Red Sox. And Walt Weiss, Braves. David said his son is 16. You live in Williamsburg. So you might go practically right by my house on your way up to New York, David. I'm not sure which way it would take you. If you end up on 99, you'll go right by my house, basically. Eli Marrero is our gold parallel for the Cardinals. Moises Alou, Astros. Gary Sheffield, Dodgers. Doug Glanville, Phillies. And stuck to the back of Glanville is Scott Livingston, Expos. Another Dodger, Roger Cedeno. Dante Bichette, very nice for the Rockies. Terry Adams, Cubs. And Alan Mills, Orioles. Yeah, that 2001 series, that was my first year in college. So I was a freshman, and we had, I went to school in Pennsylvania, college. So we had plenty of Yankee fans on our floor. And basically, everyone that wasn't a Yankee fan became a Diamondback fan. So it was a fun series, and it was kind of a fun atmosphere. We had a good time. We've got Arthur Rhodes for the Orioles as our gold parallel there. He played for a long, long time. We have a team checklist for the Braves, Chipper Jones. That is numbered as part of the base set. But look at, now that we pulled one, look at how many. So this is for the Braves, so basically every team is that way. Just look at how many Braves are in this set. I mean, you just don't get that with modern sets. And that's a huge, huge checklist full of Braves. And like I said, every team has that. It's not just one or two. Ed Giovanola? I don't know. Never heard of him. Padres. Chris Peters, Pirates. Bernard Gilkey, Mets. Jeff Cirillo, Brewers. Frank Castillo, don't know. Tigers. James Baldwin, White Sox. And Phil Nevin as an Angel. I always think of him as a Padre for some reason. Yeah, 99 is a good, much better than it was, 10, 15 years ago for sure. I live right off 99. I mean, that's the road that I basically take to work every day. Matt Walbeck, Angels is our gold parallel. Another checklist. Frank Thomas for the White Sox. Mike Timlin, Mariners. Our upside down card here is David Howard for the Cardinals. Hideki Irabu, Yankees. Dave Clark, Astros. Craig Counsell, Marlins. Brett Boone, Reds. I think we pulled Aaron Boone already. And John Burkett for the Rangers. Shane, I missed your comment. You went hiking with Keith Folk a couple of years back. That feels like there's got to be a story there. And David, yes, I actually work in Williamsport. The college where I teach at is in Williamsport. I live in Mansfield, so I'm about an hour north of Williamsport. So you'll go right by me. Brian Moeller, gold parallel for Detroit. Mark McGwire, very nice for the Cardinals. Always good to get one of the star players for your team out of this set. Stan Javier, Giants. Turner Ward, Pirates. These cards are so glossy. I'm trying to catch them in the light so you guys can see them. Andy Pettitte, Yankees. Ismael Valdez, Dodgers. Brian Meadows, Marlins. Chad Kreuter, White Sox. And Felix Rodriguez, Diamondbacks. You'll go right by, you'll pretty much go right by the, almost right next to the Little League, where they play the Little League World Series as well, David. Shane says he tweeted out suggestions looking for a nice fall hike in New Hampshire. Shane suggested one, and then he DM'd him his number and met at the mountain. That's awesome. That's super cool. Dave Berg is our gold parallel for the Marlins. I love stories like that. That's great. A-Rod, another star player here for the Mariners. Albie Lopez for the Rays. Matt Morris, Cardinals. Frank Rodriguez, Twins. Mark Newfield, Brewers. Pat Borders for the Indians. Pokey Reese for the Reds. And Michael Tucker for the Braves. Yeah, I've never... I'm so bad with Twitter. Like, I get on it like fairly often, but I just don't. I'm not great at adding to the dialogue, I guess. Enrique Wilson, Indians. I think because I do my blog every day, and I try to write a new post every day, and so I just run out of stuff to say. Juan Gonzalez, Rangers. Trevor Hoffman, Padres. Nice card of Hoffman. Ariel Prieto. Don't think I've ever heard of him. Athletics. Mark Valdez, Expos. Sean Berry, Astros. Roberto Kelly, Rangers. Damon Buford, Red Sox. And Terry Matthews, Orioles. So in, we were talking about Williamsport a few minutes ago where I work. In Williamsport, they are starting up a new chapter of SABR, which is the the baseball, like research group. Some of you probably have heard of Saber, but I was contacted to see by the people starting. I don't know them. I have not met any of them yet, but they reached out to me through the college where I work and asked if I would be interested in being a founding member. So I'm going to be a founding member of that. We haven't had any meetings or anything quite yet, but I think soon. So that should be a fun experience, I hope. Our gold parallel is Mark Thompson of the Rockies. Minnesota Twins, Paul Molitor checklist. I will say this about Pacific. They do team checklist well. These are pretty like standard. They're not super flashy, but I still love the giant team logo. I like that they attribute a player to them. But if you ever get bored, look on TCDB at just Pacific team checklist. They're almost always like super well done. Better than any other card company. I will stick to that. Edgar Martinez for the Mariners. Yorkis Perez, Phillies. Carlos Baerga, Mets. Brian Bevel, Royals. Ellis Burks, Rockies. Manny Alexander, there's a Cub I don't know. And Jack McDowell for the Angels. I like the shot there, doing like a bullpen session or something. You just got the guy chilling in the chair in the background. That's cool. I like the slightly offbeat shots. Yeah, Shane, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, and I would probably be better served if I use Twitter a bit more, and then I could also use it probably to advertise a bit more, maybe get some more hits on some of the teams that I have trouble selling on group breaks, if nothing else. I should make an effort. I definitely should. If I can find time to get a blog post up each day, I could probably find time to use Twitter a little bit better, at least. Sean Runyon is our gold parallel for the Tigers. I know nothing about Sean Runyon. Back says well, the stats on the back are from AA. So there you go. Get a 1.61 ERA in his final 29 appearances in the AA system. And he was originally part of the Astros system. So there you go. Bernie Williams, checklist for the Yankees. Steve Reed, Giants. Jermaine Allensworth, Pittsburgh. Pirates. Yankees, Scott Brocious. Mike Devereaux, Dodgers. Frank Catalanato, Tigers. Jason Berry, White Sox. And Jeff Suppan, Diamondbacks. Like I said, we get a huge stack of cards. I mean, look, those are just the base, that pile back there. And we've got all these gold parallels too. So lots of good stuff here. Jesus Sanchez, gold parallel for the Marlins. Mark McGuire, Cardinals. Kevin Stocker, Rays. Kent Bottenfield, Cardinals. Brent Gates, Twins. Cal Edred, Brewers. Josh Booty, Marlins. Brooke Fordyce, never amounted to much for the Reds. And Danny Bautista, Braves. A few more packs, and then we'll get to our box of 2021 Diamond King. So from old stuff to new. Jeff Rabelais is our gold for the Orioles. Chippa Jones for the Braves. I used to hate Chipper Jones. He was a Reds killer, it felt like. Dan Michelli, Padres. Oh, there's another nice one. Ricky Henderson for the Athletics. Who has Oakland this time? Oakland. Who has Oakland? Where's my list? Nobody has Oakland. That's why I can't find it. So that's going to me. Should have claimed Oakland. Pat Mears, Twins. Darren Dreifert, Dodgers. Kurt Manwaring, Rockies. I feel like Kurt Manwaring has more play at the plate cards than about any other catcher of his era. Rod Beck, Cubs. And Jesse Orosco, Orioles. Well, that pack just kind of shattered, didn't it? just like disintegrating. Our gold is Craig Shipley for the Angels. We've got a Cubs, Kerry Wood checklist. Charles Johnson, Dodgers. Tyler Green, Phillies. Derek May, Expos. Marquise Grissom, Brewers. Brian Moeller, Tigers. Mike Cameron, White Sox. And Troy Percival for the Angels. Norberto Martin, Angels, gold parallel. Manny Ramirez, nice one for the Indians. That's their team checklist. John Marzano, Mariners. Ricardo Rincon, Pittsburgh. Butch Husky, Mets. Jack Howell, Astros. Dave Berg, Marlins. Willie Green for my Reds. And Scott Brow, Diamondbacks. Looks like 3 more packs. 3 more packs. So hang in there for those that are waiting for the 2021 box. That's coming up momentarily. Our gold is Clint Sadowski for the Diamondbacks. There we go. Derek Jeter, Yankees. Good thing comes those that wait. Charlie Hayes, Giants. Tom Lampkin, Cardinals. Another Yankee, Graham Lloyd. Dan Plesac, Blue Jays. Enrique Wilson, Indians. Tom Gordon, Red Sox. And on the back of him is a Brave, Brian Edmondson. I don't remember him. 2 more packs out of this box. Another Brave to start us off. Gold parallel, Walt Weiss. There's the Dodgers checklist. Gary Sheffield adorning that one. Mike Kelly, Rays. Scott Spezio, Athletics. Some of these just don't want to separate. They don't really, they just are hard to separate. Greg Swindell, Twins. Hippolito Picardo for the Royals. For the Rockies, Mark Thompson, Carlos Delgado, Blue Jays, and Jeff Rabelais for the Orioles. 1 pack left. And we begin with a gold. Alan Mills for the Orioles. Javi Lopez, Braves. Sterling Hitchcock, Padres. Jerry Spradlin, Phillies. Chris Widger, Expos. Tom Prince for the Dodgers. Shane Runyon, Tigers. Mark Grace, Cubs. And our final card is Craig Shipley for the Angels. So that does it for the box of Pacific Online. These are fun cards, fun box to open just because so many base cards and so many cards of guys that, you know, generally speaking, don't get a lot of cards. So there's your base plus all the parallels. So a pretty big stack there. Let me put these away, and then we're going to move on to the 2021 Diamond Kings. All right, so before we get to the 2021, excuse me, Diamond Kings, I do want to remind everyone that's watching Breakers Club right now that you will earn for each night that I do Breakers Club a entry into the free player break that I will be doing of this box of 2020 Triple Threads. Basically, if you haven't been part of my breaks or haven't seen that this will be, I think, the 3rd box I've done this for. I basically take any profits, because I do not do the group breaks for profit. So I basically take any profits that I get, set them aside, and then once I have sort of made enough, I buy a box. And then I do a free player break where everyone that has bought in for that particular set of breaks gets an entry into the break, basically for each team they buy. And then I put everybody in a huge list. I randomize it. Randomize the players that are in whatever box I have. So in this case, everyone that's in 2020 Triple Threads, randomize that, and then just pair everybody up. the top, let's say there's, I don't remember, I haven't looked at the checklist for this. Let's say there's 200 different players in here. The top 200 people in my list would be assigned to the top 200 or the 200 players in the set. And then give like maybe a week or so for people to trade players if they want. And then we open this live on video. So this will be a free break. It will happen later this year. I bought this because I got a decent price on it. I say decent, it's a high-end box, so it was more than I have ever paid for a box, actually. So I have to sell a few. I have to make a little bit more money, but the way box prices were going, and I knew I wanted to do triple threads this time because you get you get more cards in a box basically than many of the high-end ones. So yeah, so we will be doing that before too long. I'm still going to have some more entries. I'm going to do a couple, hoping to do a couple group breaks that are not just Breakers Club. So if you're, and hopefully you are a member of the Facebook group, you can see the link I leave on the video itself. But any group break that I do pretty much will net you entries for each team that you buy. So if you're someone that bought, multiple teams this time around, so like, I'll mention Ben Morris. He has 3 teams. He earns three entries per night, basically, into that. So that's how that works. And I just wanted to give a shout out. So with that said, now we're ready for the box of 2021 Diamond Kings. The Facebook group is, if you just search for Nachos Grande, it should come up. You'll have to send a request in to join. But that's where I do pretty much all the breaks and all the announcements. So there's your empty box. And we are ready to go. 2021 Diamond Kings. Yep, Nachos Grande. Yep, you should be able to find it. Just search Facebook for that. Should pop up. It's a group. All right, so like I said, 2021 Diamond Kings, we get 8 cards per pack. We should get, I think there's 2 hits promised in the box on average, of course. Yeah, find 2 autographs or memorabilia cards on average. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. This is my first time opening any from this particular year, current year. Hard to get 2021 product right now. So we start off with a good one, Ted Williams, Boston. A little closer to the camera for you. I like Diamond Kings a lot. They're a nice, I don't know, they're kind of artsy. I'm a fan of this set. DJ LeMahieu, Yankees. Ryan Sandberg, Cubs. Sixto Sanchez, rookie card for Miami. Honus Wagner, old school player for Pittsburgh. We have a legacy lithograph, Ozzie Smith for St. Louis. Not numbered or anything, but kind of a cool looking card there for St. Louis, Ozzie. I've told this story before, but I was never much of a fan of Ozzie. I always thought he was overrated just because he could do a backflip. He took away so many gold gloves from Larkin, who, of course, I always thought was more deserving. Tristan McKenzie, Cleveland. Didn't he just set like a strikeout record? Consecutive or something? And Tanner Houck for Boston. Yeah, these are, I don't know. I like the Diamond King, sort of the reincarnation of the Diamond King set as well. Jordan, I agree. I don't think they don't look to me like the Diamond Kings that I remember from my childhood, but I do like I don't know. I like the set as a whole. And Dunner's cards are usually, Dunner / Panini now are usually really fun to open too. So Sherton Apostle for Texas. Joe Morgan. There's a nice red for me. Vlad Guerrero Jr. for Toronto. Pretty nice. We have a Luis Gonzalez, Chicago. We have a backwards card, so probably it's a plum frame. There is, I believe, one promised plum frame in a box. I think that is what I remember reading. I don't know. I'll try to look that stuff up when I do my recap post, but there you go. rookie card for St. Louis. So the Cardinals are doing real well so far. Alex Bregman, an aficionado insert for Houston. We have a Diamond Kings debut, Tristan McKenzie. That much more reminiscent of the Diamond Kings I remember. And Dalton Varsho, Arizona. Jordan. All right, so first Jordan says he likes to say Diamond Kings now is what Top Gallery was, and Topps Gallery now is what Diamond Kings was, and I haven't thought of it that way, but completely right. And then he says Plum Frame is also how a lot of games of Clue end, and Jordan, that made me laugh. I'm glad you'll be here all week. I appreciate that. I wasn't expecting a Clue joke tonight, so kudos to you. It's been a long time since I've played Clue. I love board games. For those that follow my blog, you may remember I mention that once in a while. I do love board games, so anytime you can give me a board game joke that I get, I appreciate. Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. Andres Jimenez, Cleveland. Satchel Paige, Cleveland. Will Crow, rookie for Pittsburgh. We have a Shane Bieber for Cleveland. We have a dummy card. We've got a The Club, Harmon Killebrew for Minnesota. I believe that'd be the 3,000 hit club, perhaps. The 500 home run club. I don't know what club they're referring to. Bob Gibson, St. Louis. And Ryan Montcastle for the Orioles. I drafted him, and he was terrible to start the year, so I ended up having to cut him off my fantasy team. So the less said about him, the better for me. Shoeless Joe, Chicago. Casey Mize, Detroit. Ha-Seong Kim, San Diego. Adonis Medina, Phillies. Carl Erskine, Brooklyn. Another dummy. Legacy lithographs, Mike Piazza, Mets. We've been on a Piazza roll here. Sam Huff, Texas, debut Diamond King. And for LA, the newly minted Trevor Bauer as a Dodger. First time I've seen a Trevor Bauer Dodger card this year. I did not see the collision. I was not home all day. I did not see that game at all. I know that my Reds were rained out, and that's as much as I paid attention to baseball today. Yu Darvish, Padres. Vladimir Guerrero, Expos. Pete Alonso, Mets. Christian Javier, Houston. Eddie Stanky, Brooklyn. DJ LeMahieu, New York. We have that was an aficionado. I should have mentioned that. Shohei Ohtani. Boy, he has been something this year for LA. And Mookie Betts for the other LA. Were there injuries in the collision, or? And you don't see many collisions anymore with all the new rules. Ke'Bryan Hayes, Pittsburgh. I think supposed to come back this week from his injury. Speaking of injuries. Freddie Freeman, Braves. Daniel Johnson, Cleveland. Trevor Story, he just got hurt for Colorado. Estevan Florial, Yankees. We have a Gallery of Stars, Francisco Lindor for New York, Mets. Jake Cronenworth, San Diego, Diamond King. And Sam Huff for Texas. Padre on Padre. Ooh. That does not sound good. I'm sure I'll see replays of it at some point. Walter Johnson, Washington. Marcell Ozuna. Probably the less said about him, the better for the Braves. Frank Thomas, White Sox. Bryce Harper, Phillies. We have a gray paper parallel, Jared Oliva for Pittsburgh. We have an artist palette, Joey Bart. A good one for the Giants. For the Padres, Luis Campusano. And another Diamond King, Andres Jimenez for Cleveland. Next pack. Isaac Paredes, Tigers. Charlie Keller, New York. Another New York. Joe DiMaggio. Nate Pearson, Toronto. Lou Brock, St. Louis. Another dummy. Another club card, Nolan Ryan. Could be strikeouts, could be no-hitters. Again, not sure what club they're referring to. Mel Ott, the Giants, and Carl Hubble. 4 more packs. I do like this set. If modern cards were not so expensive, I would consider even trying to collect this set, I think. But given the price of modern cards, I will probably not do that. Mike Trout, Angels. Jose Garcia, Reds. Buster Posey, Giants. Clark Schmidt, New York. We have a very nice Joey Bart, dual relic, going to the Giants. It is not numbered on the back, but going to San Francisco. The Giants are claimed by Fred Pike. There you go, Fred. Very nice. Very nice. Dual relic. You've got a gray bit and a white bit. Hey, and Fred's here. Good to see you, Fred. Yeah, Joey Bart, supposed to be really good, right? I think that, yeah, that's a gorgeous card. I'll definitely get that sleeved and in a top loader for you, Fred. Bo Bichette, Elegance. Kind of a neat looking card. Pretty flashy. Joe Adell, LA, another guy that's supposed to be really good. And there he is again, his rookie card. I don't know why this doesn't get a rookie card logo and this does, but baseball card rules are weird, so I don't pretend to understand. Yeah, I'm not mad about pulling that dual relic of the Bart. That's a pretty good, I think that's a pretty good pull, actually, especially right now. He has a lot of promise. Monty Harrison, Marlins. Hank Greenberg, Tigers. Letty Tavares, Rangers. The Twins, Harmon Killebrew. We have another upside down Joey Bart, this time framed. So let's hope Joey Bart turns out well. This might be a tremendous box for you, Fred. We also have the Art of Hitting, Ty Cobb. Not the art of being nice, however, for Mr. Cobb. Deivi Garcia and Nick Neidhart round out that pack. 2 more. This is definitely a Bart hot box so far. Alex Bregman, Houston. Garrett Crochet, Chicago. Walker Buehler, Dodgers. Ryan Jeffers, Twins. Mickey Mantle. I haven't actually seen a Mantle card in a while. Lou Gehrig for the Yankees. We've got a Diamond King of Shane McClanahan, Diamond King debut for Tampa Bay, and Javier Baez for the Cubs. All right, final pack. Final pack. Good luck, everybody. We start with a Brave. William Contreras. Brewers, Christian Yelich. Jesus Sanchez for the Marlins. The Reds, Pete Rose. We have a autograph numbered out of 99 for Texas, Kohei Arihara. I very well may have butchered that. Numbered out of 99, though. 45 out of 99. I don't know if I can get the... Yeah, there you go. The light. I think you should be able to make that out there. Pretty cool looking signature. 45 out of 99 for the Rangers. I don't know anything about him, but I do like the autograph. It's a sticker, but still pretty nice. Yeah, I have no idea. Xander Bogaerts, an aficionado. Jose Altuve for Houston, and our final card for Boston, Rafael Devers. So there you go. There's your second box for the night. We've got the Bogaerts. I'll go through the inserts and hits very quickly. The Arihara auto numbered out of 99. Lou Gehrig on Lou Gehrig Day, as Jordan said. Ty Cobb. There's our first Joey Bart, frame parallel that time, Bo Bichette. There's our second Joey Bart, the dual relic. Very nice. Nolan Ryan. You can't complain about pulling a Nolan Ryan. That's going to Houston. Artist Palette, Joey Bart. Jared Oliva, framed for Pittsburgh. Francisco Lindor for the Mets. DJ LeMahieu. Mike Piazza, also for the Mets. Harmon Killebrew. Alex Bregman. Our plum was a Dylan Carlson rookie. And we also had the Ozzie Smith Legacy lithograph. So there you go. Yeah, a couple of pretty good pulls of rookies, which is kind of a fun thing. You never know. You never know what they'll turn into. Just think though, imagine in 10 years you might have the equivalent of a Mike Trout rookie card, right? So you never know. That will do it for tonight. I will let you guys know. I haven't actually, like an idiot, I forgot to look ahead to see what my softball schedule was for next week. So I'll let you know in the Facebook page, and I'll try to post on the blog as well if I have to change it. But otherwise, the plan would be to go back to our Tuesday night breaking time as per usual. So once again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. It's been a lot of fun. As I say every single time, it makes it so much better when you guys hang out with me. I also am going to shill here and say, if you could hit the subscribe, that would be awesome. That really helps me sort of make this a little bit more visible. And the more teams I can start selling out on these group breaks, the better for all of us, because that gets more and more boxes into the break. So like I said, it's buy one price, and then I get as many boxes as basically I have slots I've been able to sell. So there are a bunch of teams that went unsold this time. So I'd love to get some more faces, some more eyeballs looking at things. So that's the easiest way on YouTube for that to happen, is for my number of subscribers to go up. So I'm at 129 right now. Be awesome if you guys don't mind to jump on that. And also give you a notification when I go live, so you won't miss that as well. So I do appreciate that. David asked, last question here, looks like, how did softball go? It went okay. I didn't have my best game batting, that's for sure, but did fine in the field, so it was okay. My team is okay. We'll probably be about 500 for the year, but it's fun. I get out there, it's fun to play, so I can't complain in general. And we actually play again tomorrow, so we had two sets of games this week. We play typically 2 a night, and it's fun. It's fun for an old guy like me. Well, old by the standards of the average softball player. It's fun to just get out there and run around a little bit and just have some fun. So I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do it. I got to enjoy it while I can, So that's what I get to do. And also, if you're relatively new, I do box recaps for pretty much all the boxes that we open on my blog. In the last couple of weeks, I've posted some of those. So if you've missed that, let me pull it up real quick. I just posted the 1999 Pacific Invincible box that we ripped a couple of weeks ago, I guess, or maybe last week, I forget now. That one I just got up live, and I did a recap of the 2005 Donruss Team Hero box a few days ago. And I think those are I did the 2004 Donruss Classics recap as well already. So those are all up. I still have to write the 2002 Fleer Triple Crown recap box. I will get that done hopefully before too long. And then obviously the boxes from tonight. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, otherwise have a great night, guys and gals. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for just hanging out. Very much appreciate it. And I'll be talking to you soon. That's it for tonight. Good night, everybody.